Namaste, everyone. Wishing you a wonderful Holi. Welcome to this IG Live. Please bear with me. I'll be just inviting our guests for this session today. It's a very dear topic, and I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful conversation. So, Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Surinder ji. How are you?
All is good. Thank you. And you?
Happy Holi. Well, very good. Yes.
Happy Holi to you and to all.
I'm going to invite Bipin ji as well to join us. In the meantime, you want to greet our viewers, just say a hello.
Hello to everyone.
And I've sent the invite. He should be with us shortly. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful to meet you finally, Surinder ji. Yes. How is it in Rishikesh today?
All is very good. And we are very happy to enjoy the moment and especially
Wonderful.
the energy of Rishikesh.
Yes, I believe it's Holi always marks the entry towards, Grishma Ritu. We're going into the summer season slowly, and I guess the energy also picks up much more in a lot of people start flowing into Rishikesh, and there's lots of
Right.
activity that's going on. Yes.
Right now, the Rishikesh is the full, very crowd.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's showing that Rishikul is unable to join Rishikul Yogashala. Let me try from Bipinji's um, other ID. Maybe he's not online yet. I think we'll just wait. Shivadi, if you can just reach out and see if he's able to join us soon now. Welcome to our viewers. Hi Purva. Hello. Rastogi ji. Welcome Pankaj. Isha. If anyone has any specific questions, you might have been to Rishikesh, you might be wondering about Rishikesh, maybe you're planning to be there soon. If you have any questions that you want to ask, you can always let us know in the comments, and we'll take them up at a later stage after we go a little bit into our discussion, which is the spiritual energy of Rishikesh. So, yes, I think he is here. Rishikul Yogashala. Bipinji is going to be with us shortly. Namaste, Bipinji. Hello.
नमस्ते हर्षवर्धन जी, नमस्ते वीर जी।
Namaste, Bipin bhai.
How are you today? Are you able to hear us clearly?
Yes, I'm fine.
Yes,
Oh,
आई थिंक नेटवर्क का थोड़ा दिक्कत आ रहा है क्या?
maybe it's just a lag, but it won't be too long, so it's okay if that's the case.
Harshvardhan ji, can you say something because I am unable to hear you?
Okay, so are you able to hear us clearly now? Is the network
Yeah.
better at your end? Yeah? Okay, good, great. Yeah, it's good for us as well. So, yes, wonderful. Let's straight dive into this discussion. I'll first introduce our guests for our speakers for today, for our viewers. And we have with us to continue this online series with Haloma Yoga, Surinder Singh ji and Bipin Baloni ji joining us from Rishikesh. Welcome. Welcome to these masters. And I'll begin with Surinder ji. Surinder ji is a mechanical engineer by profession. Many of you know, many of you are new to our speakers as well. So, mechanical engineer by profession, very interesting background. And he was initiated into yoga, into spiritual life and living by Swami Dharmanand ji at the Vedaniketan ashram in Rishikesh itself. He is the director of the Swasti Yoga Ashram in Rishikesh and teaching hatha yogic practices. Believes that yoga is more than just physical, and it is this real yoga that needs to be transferred, transmitted, and lived today. So, very warm welcome to Surinder ji. We also have Bipin Baloni ji with us. Yogi Bipin, as he is popularly known as popularly grown up as, and believes in the art of yoga and the art of living yoga. Also, he is a great teacher in Rishikesh and has learned from very great spiritual masters in the tradition as well. A teacher of Hatha Yoga and Ashtang Vinyas Yoga, as well as focusing on more nuanced aspects of yoga, of pranayama and meditation as well. So, warm welcome to Bipin ji as well. Welcome.
Thank
So
you.
yes, this topic is wonderful, and I know you all both are geared up as well for it. So I'm going to ask Surinder ji to kickstart this and just give me your opening remarks. Let's share whatever's, what is coming to you just on the topic. Just a few minutes on that. Surinder ji.
So what exactly you are looking from me?
So
Okay.
we have, the spiritual energy of Rishikesh. What is the spiritual energy? When we go into the culture, go into anything. What's coming for you? How do you feel the energy?
His name is called the Rishikesh. Good. Actual name is the Ha. Start with the Ha, not by the R. Rishikesh. Fine. And in very ancient time, this place is well known for the meditation. Okay, many of the masters, many of the rishis, munis, they start to meditate here. So still that energy is surrounding in this area. So we can say this is not, I'm not saying you this is only the Rishikesh, we can just better to us is Devbhoomi. This is the land of all the deities. Okay, in ancient time, many of the masters, rishis, okay, they move for the meditation. About the one more thing is here, this is also I want to share with from your platform. His real name is the Rishikesh, Rishika and Ish. Good. So this is coming of senses. Rishika means the senses. Isha means God. So actually this place is well known by the senses of God. Okay, somehow if you connect with this energy, okay, so right now so many activities going on about the yoga. If you seen what we are learning in yoga, how to become the master over the mind, how to get over the senses. So what we are practicing. So this place has such a beautiful energy. Even then the people, those are unknown, when they enter in this energy, they immediately feel. A part of this, because we say this is the river, but this is not the river, this is the Mother Ganga. Okay, it's also flowing from there, and the water and the life has such a good connection. It is also. So you can see the so many things are surrounding. Its make energy is very powerful. Okay, and that's why in ancient time, all the masters, all the rishis, all the munis, okay, they choose this place for the meditation. They want to get over the masters, okay, for and the over the senses. And this is the purpose of the life.
Wonderful. I'm so happy you brought that up. You know, the older names of Rishikesh, and particularly Rishikesh with a R. So that is because these words by themselves, they're not just words, you know, the like any places we go to, we have the name of the place, and the name of the place carries a certain energy with it. And Rishikesh carries, it's a state of being more than just a place's name. And like you said, Lord of the senses, and yoga is working towards that. It's to make you the Lord of your senses, to master your senses. I really loved what you said about Mother Ganga as well, and the importance that you gave to the practice of meditation done by the rishis. Because asana and pranayam, yes, that's all bahiranga, but the practice of meditation is when the energy, the force rises, and that force culminates, it expands into the environment as well. And that's what Rishikesh is all about. Rishikesh is all about. So thank you so much. And over to Bipin ji. Yes, please, for your opening marks on the topic and your feeling about it.
Thank you, Harshvardhan, and thank you, Virji, for putting light on the energy of Rishikesh. Thank you for Hello My Yoga. Again bringing us together, and bringing, promoting this Rishikesh awareness, Rishikesh spirit through your Hello My Yoga platform. I think Rishikesh has what we can't find anywhere else. Every place has its own beauty. Every place has its own, spirit. And the spirit of Rishikesh is, well known. Those who have been coming here again and again, that is, the pulling energy. Once a person come here, for the practice of yoga, they get attached to it. It's not just only the yoga, as well, like Virji said, here we have, the holy river, Mother Ganga. It is known as very auspicious. And Rishikesh is also the foothills of Himalaya, well known for, the austerity, well known for learnings. I think world renowned teachers would have come here, spend time here with their austerity, their sadhana for months, for years. And definitely not only our ancestors and the yogis have benefited from the energy of yoga and the energy of Rishikesh, but today's generation also, you see, after lockdown, after the when the pandemic started, since then also, there was international flights closed, borders were closed, but still, people, they were heading, still today also people are heading to come and see the origins of yoga, learn yoga from its root, Rishikesh. And I think it's very hard to describe in words the energy of yoga. Thank you, Ashwin.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your perspective on you said about the pull of Rishikesh, and I believe that anyone, when they come to India, tourists, anyone who's like, looking to come to India, there is that magnetic pull that they always are like, yeah, that's one place I need to go. And it's always on the bucket list, of especially any yoga practitioner or anyone in the path of spirituality, particularly. And yeah, once you start yoga and you've practiced in Rishikesh, then it stays with you, it becomes you. So you carry that forward. Believe there's some lag that's happening with, but that's okay. So yes, the foothills of the Himalayas as well, and you can see how it's Rishikesh, and then you can look down if you go right on the peaks over there. You can look down to Haridwar and the beauty of how it expands into the plains as well. Wonderful. Thank you, Bipinji. Yes. So coming back to what Surinderji said, you spoke of Ma Ganga, and this is something that is so, it's the heart of Rishikesh, let's say that. And she's flowing continuously. In some months, you can see her force is really strong. In other months, you can see that, the force has become gradual and slow, and also the colors keep changing over the seasons. So I believe you've lived there for several years now, and how is it like to feel the energy of Ma Ganga? You're there, you can listen to her throughout the day, throughout the night. So Surinderji, please.
It's easy to understand. Like in a year, we have many of the seasons. Good. And according to the season, so many emotions are changing. It comes in our life. And this is the very practical. Sometimes we are very much springing, sometimes we are with a big, very force. This is the nature of the mind. So this is not only the significance, color is changing. Actually, the color is changing our inside. But the main thing, how we put ourselves one stream, and I have to be moved into that stream. That is important. As I mentioned to you before, because this is the senses. Yes, when I am learning how to being under the control of the senses, okay, I can enjoy every force. I can enjoy the spring. I can enjoy if big force is there. Good. And then color is that color comes when I am enjoying that inner journey. This is the color of the life. And of course, if you see the Mother Ganga is just going in between. The two valleys are here, this going through. So this is going through the heart. It's showing how our heart should be like this. Not to be distracted, has to be flow in one, okay, with the under of influences by the great master. And the blessing comes when I am just putting 100% my devotion in my sadhana, in my practice. That's why they choose this place.
Wonderful. Such a nice understanding, such a nice reflection on how this is like, it's supposed to, cultivate that compassion, that nirmalata in our heart. And that is, outside as a reminder to us all the time. So thank you, Surinderji, for your beautiful experience and how we can learn. And then there's so many ways that we can look at Ma Ganga. We have the story of her, coming out from the Shikhara of Lord Shiva, and the knowledge that's flowing, for the world, for everyone to just come and drink. Like, knowledge is freely available. It's just that we have to go and we have to make ourselves available to that. We have to make ourselves open to receiving that. So yes, Bipinji, I think we're having some network lag from your end. We'll wait for a few more moments. I hope you're able to maybe connect to another network or find a better position that you can.
Yeah. Yes, Harshvardhanji, I have changed the position. I was having some trouble with network issues. Now it's better now.
Okay, wonderful.
Can you hear me?
So,
Yeah.
good. We can't see you too clearly, but we can hear you. So I think that should be okay. You spoke about how so many world-renowned teachers are from Rishikesh. And well, when we go back to looking at our history and near history, I talk about, we always, when we talk about Rishikesh, one of the Swamis that always comes up is Swami Shivanand, and Divine Life Society and all these different ashrams that are there, and the tapasya that these rishis, these swamis, that they performed out there, and they brought about this energy over there. So can you tell us a little bit about that, and what is your perspective on that?
Like you know, not talking things about Shivananda. We are
Bipinji, I'm going to have
just
to stop you here because we can't hear you very clearly. The network is, your voice is cracking. There is a lag, and even the video is not strong, the connection. May I suggest that you find another place or another network that you can connect to, if that's possible?
now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Harshvardhanji?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you too clearly though. And again,
Now it is better.
it's still you're still pixelated in the screen. So, but please, yeah, continue. I hope the audio quality is fine. So, no, I don't think so. There's some. Bipinji, can you hear us? Can you hear me? I think maybe it would be better if you can. Okay, you've left the conversation. I'll just send an invite again. Maybe I hope he finds a better place to join us from. Yes, in the meanwhile, if any of our viewers have any questions about Rishikesh that, comes up for you, or something that you'd like to share or know about, please feel free to comment and let us know. Okay, so Surinder ji, yes, I recently was in Rishikesh as well a year ago, and I spent about 2 3 months in Tapovan area. And when someone comes to Rishikesh, they have all these different tirthas that they want to visit, some temples, some ashrams. So coming from Haridwar as well, there are so many pious holy places that people come to visit out there, and have a bath, take a dip in the Ganga, all different activities. And what do you have to share about that?
So, sorry, Harshvardhan, I could not really get your question. Huh? So, why they are dipping the bath in Ganga? What exactly the question is?
The question is basically, like, we have so many different activities, and not activities to say, so many different pilgrimage sites that people come to, which carry that energy. So maybe you can share something about that, about these sites. Yes.
Harshvardhan ji, this is the duty of every individual. This is the duty of every individual. We have to be respect to the place. Okay, as we mentioned, okay, that energy is built up by all our gurus and the masters. Okay, so we have to be respect this energy. Right now, so many activities, as you mentioned about this, Okay, so many activities, some of the activities are so nice, those are really promoting the spiritual activities. Some of the activities, those are really making more worse. Rishikesh, I'm so sorry to say you. Okay, today the most of the pilgrimage, for example, now this is the weekend. Okay, big crowd is comes. Why they come? Let's make a fun. I'm sorry to say you, please, if our master they make such a beautiful energy there, so this is the duty of every individual. I'm not saying you, I'm not pointing to anyone. This is my duty, first mine. I have to be maintained. Okay, if I continue these kind of other activities, I am sure one day we are discussing about the spiritual energy, and maybe next time we will be again sit on the live. Okay, how to enjoy the entertainment in Rishikesh. So both are available. So, but this is my request. Okay, so we have to be maintain that energy. This is important. So we can respect towards our master, those build up this energy, and of course we can learn, we can find the purpose. Fine, yes, this is very true. So many activities are going on here, but so wrong. Okay, at least we have to be respect. Okay, don't think so this is just like as if flowing the river. Okay, is like as if we are respecting, I'm taking the bath in the laps of the Ganga. Okay, once you are taking the laps, okay, that time you are not only body is showering, your mind is showering. This is the shower of the mind, okay, when we come into the Ganga. So please, it depends on you what kind of the activities and what kind of the energy you are trying to bring in Rishikesh. So I'm really thanks to you, you are giving this opportunity and I'm sharing my heart. Okay, so every individual, when you come to the Rishikesh, please, this is my request. At least you put something to how to promote this energy, not to be put it down.
Thank you so much. I think that's a very important point that you brought up, and I'm so glad that you did, because it's a yoga sthana, it is a dharma sthana, and Rishikesh is well known for that, and it is the duty of us yoga teachers, practitioners, to maintain that energy. Well, it was done by our ancestors, by our different lineages, the traditions that we come from, and coming from those traditions, it becomes our responsibility as well to maintain that. So thank you so much. A very important message for our viewers to be aware of why you're doing what you're doing and what is your real intention of coming to Rishikesh, because your intention will carry that energy and will build the energy of that place. Thank you. Thank you, Surinderji. Yes. So coming back, I believe the network is fine now. We can clearly see you, Bipinji. Yes. So
Harshvardhanji,
tell
I'm
us.
still having trouble with this internet. I'm very sorry.
Okay.
But let's continue. See.
Okay. Yes. So I think it's okay right now. Let's see if anything happens, then we'll see. We'll take that as it comes. So when you spoke about learning yoga from its roots, and Rishikesh being one of those roots, I mean, we call Rishikesh it's known as the yoga capital of the world. So what message do you have for our viewers when they are coming to Rishikesh and in respect to the practice of spirituality?
In Rishikesh, we have, the teachings, we have offerings, to share with people in terms of promoting the traditional styles of yoga. That is more Vedic styles of yoga, instead of promoting the modern styles. Though we respect modern medicines, modern styles, but still we more emphasize in Rishikesh to promoting the, in terms of its traditional roots. So as it is mentioned in the classical text, we are trying, to present those teachings in a And as Rishikesh
Bipin ji, I think the network is still not strong enough, the connectivity. But a very important point that Bipin ji has brought up, and I'll take that forward with you, Surinder ji. I think he spoke about the traditional yoga and being responsible, being aware towards the tradition and the traditional practices. What's happening today is that because yoga is so popular and Rishikesh being one of the most popular destinations to come also and practice and learn, the practices are getting diluted. There is a dilution of the practices. They are moving away from particular ways of living. It's just become only a on the mat practice or like a 1 or 2 hour practice of a person in a day. Whereas actually yoga is about lifestyle. Yoga is about living yoga. So what do you have to share about that, about these practices?
Harshvardhan ji, we always have to be keep in our mind. Okay, we are in the modern time. One part, second part, what we are carrying from behind, from the ancient, from all the masters. Okay, we have to keep all that foundation which we are carrying from the master. Okay, of course, we are right now in the modern time. We can make some changes, but without change all the foundation. When we completely move that foundation, I am sorry, we cannot survive long. Yes, this is the requirement. This is the necessity. We have to make some changes. This is okay, but not foundation. Good. So what the master taught to us? They are not just taught us only the asanas practice. Okay, especially on the higher growth, we need good practice of pranayama. We need good practice of meditation. Actually, the asana and pranayama is the preparation for the meditation. But what happened today? I am just only emphasize on the asanas practice. So please, it would be good for us. Okay, this is the duty of again every individual teacher. We have to be respect and we have to be follow all that foundation. So without make manipulation, of course, if today they are looking for the new asana, this and that, okay, you can use some of the probes and all the things. Very good. To us, how to understand the body, and this is good if you do it. Okay, but please, more emphasis on pranayama. Okay, because this is the yoga. What we can say, this is education. Good, science of soul. If this is the science of the soul, I am just working on the body. What about the rest? If I am learning about the science of the soul, then everything comes on the path, and then definitely we can share. And really, when we are learning of the deep understanding, meaning, and the very subtle meaning, it 100% makes some changes in our life. If I am just emphasize on the asana practice, it will change, definitely change. What will change? My ego is becoming more higher. As you move more further on the real practice of yoga, yes, you are very grounding, you are very soft, okay? Then I can enjoy that essence of the life. And yoga is just talking about life, okay? How to enjoy this life and also beyond. Not only this life is the only opportunity. I have to look forward how to use this opportunity because the journey is a little bit more further. Journey is not like this, you put the one leg behind the neck. Good. So we have to be understand, and this is our duty. Okay, we have to be share such a good knowledge because the whole world is hungry for real knowledge. Okay, so and as you mentioned about this, this is the capital. If people they say the capital, so who will maintain this capital? So this is our duty. We have to be do it. Okay, so if I'm just keeping all the values, actually this is my salute to my all the gurus, all the masters, what they bring to us. Thank you, Ashwathanji.
Thank you so much. Very touching words, very powerful, Surindarji. I believe that as well. True yoga starts when you go
Ashwathanji, I
beyond
cannot hear
us.
you.
Are you able to hear me now?
Can you speak
Surindarji,
again?
yeah, now maybe you can hear me.
Yeah, it's very very slow.
It's gone soft, is it? Okay, one moment. I'll try this way. So, I was saying that practice of yoga gets deeper and gets more real when we, I don't know, I think it should be okay from my end. I can hear you clearly. Bipinji, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, now much better.
Okay, okay. So I was saying that yoga gets deeper, and true yoga starts happening when we go towards higher practices of pranayama and dharana, dhyan. You know, the goal of yoga taking us towards samadhi to be established in our true nature, you know, as Patanjali tells us, yogas chitta vritti nirodha tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. And of course, the first sutra, Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Yoga is discipline, and that is one of the foundational practices of yoga. So, these are the roots of yoga, studying the tradition, going back to the source, opening the scriptures, diving into what these rishis have to tell us. Well, it's coming down from a perennial source. They were in touch with their masters. They were in touch with the source of life, the source of creation, God, if you so to call it that. And that's where the true learning starts happening. And that's when implementation into life starts happening, when we connect to our true nature. So thank you, Sundarji, for bringing those lovely points up. And now to Bipinji once again. So we spoke about how it's our duty to maintain this energy. And I now ask you, Bipinji, what are some of the practices that you do if you are willing to share? Maybe you go to particular places in Rishikesh, in Haridwar, some places where you feel the spiritual energy at a higher, you know, a higher vibration over there. What do you do to maintain and continue to build on this energy?
Harshvardhanji, uh, in terms of my practice, I really sincerely do practices in terms of almost every day. There is no off. Now I don't know, this body, this mind is, you know, the spirit is so much, you know, attached to the practice. If this body, you know, has no hunger, that's completely fine. But if this body, this mind has no yoga, that is not fine. That makes us, you know, to feel something, you know, we are missing in our day-to-day life. Of course, in terms of you know, after learning from the teachers, uh, that's our duty, you know, to go through the self practice, to experience it, and you know, to see their, you know, heights. And I always try my best in terms of these qualities, you know, maintaining these self practices. And yeah, for learning, I every day, every year I arrange some time, you know, though we are, you know, very busy here throughout the year. But still, I try my best to arrange, at least 15 days, 1 month to go to our teacher. I basically studied in Rishikesh itself, and I explored different places. Basically, in Rishikesh, we have a good source of learning in ashrams. Like we have a Kilashananda ashram, where we can go and study, the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and it's very close to us. Whenever we want, we can go and we can go into the self-study process, learning process. In terms of practicing asanas, yeah, I studied here in Yoga Study Center with Swami Rudranath Godaji. He's the direct disciples of one of the oldest disciple of Sri B.K.S. Iyengar. And yeah, Ashtanga Yoga is my, I started my career, my teachings with Ashtanga Yoga. So yeah, Rishikesh, so far I didn't feel that I need to go, somewhere else and, to study yoga. Though, yeah, I believe in India, in everywhere in India, we have a good opportunity in terms of learning and exploring. But so far, I'm very much satisfied, learning here in Rishikesh.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing about where you learned from as well, and the importance of maintaining the tradition, going into the aspects of yoga that we can find in the Upanishads, in when we go deeper into philosophy, into Vedanta philosophy, like you said, into the Vedas, because these are the roots of yoga. Rishikesh is one of the roots when we look at it in that place, but the roots are coming from deeper sources as well. So that is a very nice, interesting thing that you brought up. And those practices, those teachers are available to practitioners in Rishikesh. So thank you so much. I request our viewers, you're planning to go to Rishikesh, don't just pigeonhole yourself into certain places or anything like that. Explore, widen your horizon, widen your heart, and go deeper into the scriptures as well. Thank you. Surinder ji, and now we come to our closing remarks as well from both our speakers. So we understand yoga as a practice. We always say yoga practice. Did you practice today? How was your practice today? And we talk of it in these terms, but really yoga is lifestyle. Yoga is a lifestyle. It's a way of living. Yoga is sadhana. Yoga sadhana. And that is the crux of yoga, because it is meant for spiritual realization, spiritual evolution. And somewhere people are very aware of this today, but somewhere people are not as well. And people are looking at it as what we call it as Dr. Anand Balyogi ji, he says yogapathy. People come to it when they've got hurt. They're coming for therapy and they want, oh, this asana will help me for this. This will do this for me. But the real essence of yoga is where? Surinder ji, please share your thoughts with us on the essence of yoga.
If you see, our personality is more belong to the body, mind and the soul. If I have to be feed my body by the food, I have to be feed my mind. I have to be feed my body by the food which we are getting from the outside. Okay, I need my food for the mind too, and that I have to be enjoy more inside. Okay, of course, many kind of the people are in the world because they are also right. Some of if they have the knee issues, some have the lumbar issues. Okay, if they are consider the yoga is just like the therapy, okay, they can enjoy the practice of the therapy, no problem. Yoga give the answer, fine. But people, those are looking for, it depends on you what kind of the intention you prepare, what you are looking yoga. You just move in the supermarket, you find what exactly you want. You just grab and put in your bucket. This is the yoga. It depends on what exactly you are looking for. But this is true. Yoga gives all the answers of the life, which we are carrying in our mind. Not answer which I am looking for now. Even then, it helps how to burn all my previous samskaras. Those again and again create the problems in my life. For that part, first, I have to be listen. Second, to understand. If you see all the Upanishads, all the Vedas, all our scriptures, they're full of the knowledge. First, I need to read them. First, I need to listen them. So, second part, I have to be practiced, because without practice, you cannot achieve anything. So what we can say, actually yoga is experimental science, and this is the right definition of yoga. Okay, we are more concerned about yoga is the union between body and the mind. Yes, this is very true. Because any book you open, you will find the first line, yoga is the union between body and mind. Please, how we connect, how we get some experience, this is important. Good, and it helps if I educate very well my body, if I educate my mind. Both platforms are so important for the realization. So this is my request to everyone. Okay, if you are looking for something good in your life, betterment in your life, to find all the answers better, first, to know, second, to understand, third, you become. In the beginning, I am reading the book of yoga. This is very first step. I have to be read it. Second, you digest by the understanding, by your practice. That's why they are talking about abhyasa. As you move in the abhyasa, and then vairagya. Slowly, slowly renunciate all the bubbles which I am carrying from past, from behind. Then I can understand my body and the mind are only two instruments to get for some realization. At least you keep your mind, yes, I am such a beautiful soul. Then you start to explore the yoga. So the people those come to for yoga practice, please, 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 this is request to everyone, please always keep in your mind, I am here how to feed my soul, and body and the mind are two instruments. Then easy to understand. Then we can spread such a beautiful message which we are learn from our all the masters. And this is the way how we can keep all the foundation in our life, and we can maintain. So people, they will not come to me. Actually, they have to be bow down to all the masters. I'm not looking for you, please come and you bow down to me. No, please. This is the one of the biggest mistake. Today I am very happy. So people, they come, this is appreciate, I am good. No, please. I have to be bow down to all the masters from where I learned. You have to be bow down to them. Because I have the limitation, I cannot give anything to you. If you go directly over there, you can learn a lot. So why are you looking for a very small thing in your life? You have to be bow down. So we really thanks to the masters, all the gurus, all the God, and really, and the energy is in Rishikesh. Good for the Devbhoomi, from here up to the Himalayas. Why the Rishikesh is so good? Just only for 1 more minute. Because still some of the beautiful souls, still they are meditating. They are not in the form of the physical body, but still meditating is there. So that's why energy is so powerful. Okay, so if this is the opportunity, I am in this energy. So please, you make some efforts. Okay, as you mentioned about the sadhana. Sadhana, what is comes through the practice. Okay, as you make more and more sadhana, then you become more sadhu. Sadhu word is coming from sadhana. So as you become the sadhu, then what does that mean? Yes, my journey is more inside. And this is the practice. Then your sadhana is becoming more fruitful. Then you are not giving the answer to someone else, it's feeding you. Of course, yoga is our inward journey. Thank you, Ashwatan.
Thank you, Surinderji. I love the connection you made out there with sadhu, because the meaning of sadhu also is one who has control over their senses. One of the meanings of sadhu is one who has control over their prana, over their life force. And that brings us back to Rishikesh, the Lord of the senses. So thank you so much. I now request Bipinji to give your concluding remarks on the spiritual energy of Rishikesh, and for our viewers who have come there, who are going to return there, who are looking forward to come there. Please.
Thank you. We always emphasized on one thing: those people, those who come to us, and whenever we go to our teacher to study, we got the same message, we pass the same message. We always have been trying to be like a tool, passing the message which has been coming down since the memorial, since the thousands of years, with its new way. Maybe the message is same, but in a different way, to the different people, for the new generation. And of course, our teacher always says, staying with the thing, but not to attach to it. We should act as a father. We should act like a dog. Dog has a very good quality. When a dog goes to the river and coming out from the river, he enjoy the water. He enjoy the coolness of the water element. He feels nice. He play, but at the end, when he come out from the river, we just shake the body and remove the entire water and just carrying forward. So the same way, we are having social life. We are in between social life. We are running school. We are trying best to serve to people. We are promoting the traditional styles of yoga. We are responsible person in Rishikesh, that maintaining the hierarchy, the lineage, and still we try to be like that dog. That dog is called Avdhuta. Avdhuta is the same, staying with the thing but not attached to it. So this is so far we understood, and this is so far we have been trying to serve in terms of yoga education, and yeah, it is always a pleasure to have Surinderji here. Surinderji is our senior teacher. It is very for privilege for me to sitting here and listening Surinderji, and of course Harshvardhanji. I have gone through your profile. I saw that you are also a very good sadhaka. So that's great. I think that's all what I can do.
Thank you so much, Bipinji. This was a wonderful conversation, and yes, if any of our viewers have any questions for our speakers, you can ask now. We have like a few minutes more before we wind up this conversation. And to just wind it all up, I really liked what you said, Bipinji, about the dog and a symbol of the Avadhuta, a symbol Bhairava as well, and of Lord Shiva, and coming back once again to, the perennial flow of the Ganga, of Ma Ganga, coming from Lord Shiva's head, the source of knowledge, the source of life, the source of prana, of everything. And Rishikesh being one of the tirtha sthanas to come to learn from, to absorb, to dissolve oneself, to dissolve the ego, and to feel the eternal flow of grace, the eternal flow of life that is there. It's always there. It's just that we have some misidentifications, we have some limitedness, which when we come to Rishikesh, we automatically enter into the spiritual field, the magnetic field of the place, which is brought about by the wonderful rishis and sadhakas that are living there, like yourselves, and we are able to dissolve our limited identifications. So thank you once again to both our speakers, and you all are doing wonderful work running the yogashalas that you all do, Rishikul Yogashala, Swasti Yogashala in Rishikesh. And there are so many more of us that are on this path of dharma. Yoga is our dharma, and we are walking this path. And we are so blessed to have people like you also maintaining the tradition, staying true to it. And anyone of our viewers visiting Rishikesh, please remember what we have spoken of out here and keep up your spiritual energy. And we look forward to seeing you in the next live that we'll be doing. Thank you so much. We'll conclude this. We'll chant Om together once and Shanti Mantra, Shanti 3 times. So, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om, that's it. Thank you.
Hari Om. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my yoga.
Thoughts.
Thank you, Bipin.
Bye. See you
Thank you.
soon. See you in Rishikesh soon. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
You're welcome.